Is it discipline or motivation? What's the real key to success? I used to think I just needed more motivation. You know, that electrifying feeling that makes you want to jump out of bed and conquer the world. But I realized something crucial. Motivation is a feeling, an emotion. And like all emotions, it comes and goes. It's fickle. You can't rely on it to build your dreams. Discipline, on the other hand, that's a system. That's the real powerhouse. Think about it. How many times have you felt super motivated to start a new diet, a workout plan, or learn a new skill? You're all in for a few days, maybe even a few weeks, but then life happens. You have a tough day at work, you feel tired, and suddenly that motivation just vanishes. Your new running shoes start collecting dust. That online course remains unfinished. Sound familiar? It happens to all of us. This is where discipline steps in. Discipline isn't about feeling like doing something. It's about doing it anyway, especially when you don't feel like it. It's the engine that keeps you moving forward when the emotional fuel of motivation runs dry. And here's the magic part. Discipline actually creates more motivation. When you consistently show up, when you do the work, you start to see progress. You get better. You see results. And what happens when you see results? You get motivated. It becomes a powerful, positive feedback loop. Discipline leads to action, action leads to results, and results lead to genuine, sustainable motivation. Now, let's talk about those shiny objects we all chase. External rewards. Things like a bonus at work, a compliment from a friend, or even just a slice of cake after a hard workout. These can definitely give you a quick motivational boost. But relying on them is like building a house on sand. The moment the reward is gone, or the praise stops, your motivation can plummet. You might think, what's the point if no one's noticing? Or, I already got the bonus so I can slack off now. True drive has to come from within. Discipline helps you build that internal engine so you're not dependent on outside factors to keep going. It's about being driven by your commitment to your goals, not by the promise of a cookie at the end. So how do we build this superpower called discipline? One of the most effective ways is to get an accountability partner. This is a game changer. Find someone, a friend, a family member, a mentor who shares similar goals or just wants to see you succeed. Share your goals with them. Set up regular check-ins. Just knowing that someone is going to ask you, hey, did you go for that run this morning? Can be incredibly powerful. It adds a layer of social commitment. You're not just letting yourself down. You're letting them down too. This external reinforcement helps you stick to your plan on days when your internal willpower is low. It's like having a personal trainer for your discipline muscle. An accountability partner doesn't just hold you to your promises. They celebrate your wins and help you strategize when you face setbacks. They reinforce the habit, which in turn reinforces your long-term motivation. But an accountability partner can only do so much if you don't know where you're going. You need a map. This is where setting clear, specific goals comes in. I want to get fit is a wish, not a goal. I will walk for 30 minutes 3 times a week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is a goal. It's specific, measurable, and actionable. It gives you a clear roadmap. Your discipline has a direction. When you know exactly what you need to do each day, it's much easier to take action, even when motivation is absent. You're not wasting mental energy trying to figure out what's next. Your goals break down the overwhelming journey into small, manageable steps. And each step you take is a disciplined action that moves you closer to your destination. As you're taking these steps, don't forget to look back and see how far you've come. Celebrating small achievements is crucial for maintaining your momentum. Did you stick to your workout plan for a whole week? Amazing. Acknowledge it. Treat yourself to something you enjoy, maybe a relaxing bath or an episode of your favorite show. This isn't the same as the temporary external rewards we talked about earlier. This is about consciously recognizing your effort and progress. It trains your brain to associate discipline with positive feelings. It makes the hard work feel worthwhile. These small celebrations are like little bursts of fuel for your motivation tank, keeping you energized for the long haul. It proves to yourself that your discipline is paying off, which makes you want to keep going. To make all of this easier, you have to control your environment. Let's be real, we live in a world of endless distractions. Your phone is buzzing, social media is calling your name, and there are a million other things vying for your attention. If you're trying to build discipline in a chaotic environment, you're fighting an uphill battle. You need to create a space that supports your goals, not sabotages them. If you want to read more, put a book on your nightstand instead of your phone. If you want to eat healthier, don't stock your pantry with junk food. If you need to focus on work, turn off notifications and close unnecessary tabs. By consciously designing a distraction-free environment, you reduce the amount of willpower needed to stay on track. You make it easier to do the right thing and harder to do the wrong thing. This is a fundamental part of building solid discipline. Finally, the key is to integrate discipline-building habits directly into your daily life until they become second nature. Start small. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. That's a recipe for burnout. Pick 1 or 2 small habits to focus on. Maybe it's making your bed every morning, or doing 10 push-ups, or writing just 1 sentence in a journal. The action itself is less important than the consistency. The goal is to prove to yourself that you can stick to a commitment. Once that small habit becomes automatic, you can stack another one on top of it. This process, known as habit stacking, gradually builds your discipline muscle without overwhelming you. Over time, these tiny, consistent actions compound into massive transformations. You won't need to think about being disciplined, you just will be. It will be part of who you are. So let's stop waiting for motivation to strike like lightning. Motivation is a wonderful visitor, but discipline is the reliable friend who lives with you. Start building your discipline today. Set a clear goal, find an accountability partner, design your environment for success, and celebrate every small win. Build the habits, and the motivation will follow. You have the power to create the life you want, one disciplined action at a time. Thanks for watching, and if you found this helpful, be sure to like and subscribe for more content on building a better you. See you next time.